Welcome to a very short vlog on the 7 most promising trends of research that can create a world with sustainable future. As all of you know, that our world is changing, and due to the uncontrolled extraction of natural resources to satisfy the ever-rising demand from our burgeoning population all over the world, the equilibrium of world of our earth has been compromised a lot. As a result, what is happening is the concentration of carbon gases, which are known for absorbing heat from the solar radiations coming from the sun. These type of gases this type of molecules in the atmosphere is increasing day by day. As a result, what is happening is the average atmospheric temperature throughout the world is increasing slowly but steadily. Now, even if this average temperature increases by 1.5 degrees centigrade, it can create havoc in all over the world. As for example, frequency of cyclones or extreme events will increase, frequency of flood-like events, drought-like events will increase, sea level will rise due to the melting of ice, many lowland areas will become submerged, many islands will start to vanish underwater, and also early onset of monsoon will be observed, which will result in low productivity in the agriculture. And as a result of this low productivity, the food security of many places will be compromised. As for example, you can see that even in the October season, India is facing so many cyclones, so many depression, which is resulting in large amount of rainfall. And this large amount of rainfall is actually destroying the crops like tomato and other crops. And when it is destroying these type of crops, what happens is the price of these crops increases. And due to some scrupulous vendors or businessmen who store such crops in their cold storage, they will now release their storage, whatever they have stored in the cold storage, to the market in exorbitant price. So as a result, public will be forced to buy these crops much or against much more cost or more price than what they would have done if there is no early season rainfall like what is happening in India now. So our main aim of this very short video is to create a world with sustainable future. How the entry-level researchers can contribute. What should be their research topic that will help us to attain a sustainable future. And after researching many journals, many publication houses, many repositories, what I found is in the future there are 7 topics which has the potential to become the most popular topics for the researchers who are interested to work to make the world sustainable for our future generation. So if anybody want to work in sustainability, and if they are confused that in what topic they must do their research, then this video is for them. Here I will discuss the 7 most promising trends of the future research which can really make the world sustainable. If we want to make our world accommodative for our future generation, we must work towards these 7 topics. What are these 7 topics? Let us discuss. The first topic, the most popular topic, is climate positivity. How to become carbon neutral, how to reduce carbon concentration from atmosphere, how to reduce the global atmospheric temperature, what we can do. So this thing, the term climate positivity means to become carbon neutral. That means to reduce the carbon gases like methane, carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. And for this, how to reduce this, how to offset your carbon footprint, how to prevent others from emitting carbon. If you can devise some innovation in this aspect, it will be one of the most sought after research in the near future. So there are some examples for like Globe Climate Positive, Energy Watch. These sites highlights some, not some, many different ideas which can achieve our goal of becoming carbon neutral. This is one very interesting topic known as climate positivity. Yes. Natural alternatives to plastic bottles. We all know what is the hazard of plastics. You go to sea beach, you are enjoying the sea view, and but whenever you are looking at the sand in the beach, you see many plastic bottles littered here and there. Not only bottles, there are many other different items made of plastic, which is actually a waste deposited by some of the tourists, some of the visitors of this sea beach. And while going out of this sea beach, they have deposited their waste, their plastic waste, into the on the sea beach. And as you know, plastic cannot degrade. So that is why they are staying for the next 100 or more years. So you see, we must do some research to produce or to make biodegradable plastic materials. And with those biodegradable materials, we must create bottles, and we must popularize this concept. We must distribute those bottles to our tourists, to our population, and in this way we can reduce the use of plastic bottles in cities, in villages, in tourist spots especially. Like for example, Vegan bottle has developed a biodegradable material by which they are making some nice bottles, very poshy designed bottles, and they are selling them at a very reasonable price. And whoever is using those bottles, they can just waste it. They can just throw it away after use, and that bottle will degrade into the environment. So this type of concepts, our entry-level researchers can think over. They can think that how they can develop such plastic bottles with the help of biodegradable materials. Not only plastic bottles, they can develop tiffin box, they can develop balls that we play with in the sea beach or in any tourist spot to be made by some materials which are biodegradable. So go for biodegradable. That should be the punchline. And based on this development based on this research topic, many startup can be developed, because nowadays people are also becoming aware. They do not want to waste their environment by throwing away plastic bottles. So they are also looking for alternative, and they are looking for natural alternative, not any chemical alternative. So if you can develop such biodegradable items, then you can also develop your own startup company and earn a lot. So the next is regenerative agriculture. Now, in case of regenerative agriculture, first let us say what is regenerative uh, agriculture? What is that? Now, for this regenerative agriculture, if you see, if you go to this website, a very good uh, post is there about the concept of regenerative agriculture. In one way, it is saying that how to uh, how to use the crops that we are cultivating in your land to regenerate new crops. Suppose you are harvesting coconuts. Now, from the coconuts, these some coconuts can be sold in the market, but the other coconuts can again be sown in your land to produce more coconut tree. Now the benefit of that is, as you are not buying seed from other markets or other vendors, what you are doing is you are using the seeds as a byproduct of your agriculture, and thereby you are removing the cost for purchasing seed. And this become, or this can increase your profit from your agriculture yield, and that can be very beneficial for cultivators. Now for environment part, the more you use your own seed, your own organic seed, more you, or what I'll say, more less kgs will be there in the atmosphere. Because as you know, the trees like coconut and any type of trees absorb carbon dioxide in the morning and emit oxygen from them. So more you plant tree, more it will increase oxygen in the atmosphere and decrease carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. And if you use your own seed, then the benefit is that you do not need to buy seed from external agencies. Thereby, you are reducing expenditures and you are increasing profit. Now, this is biocells. Now, what is this biocell? They are stormwater retention ponds. And suppose in a watershed, you dig a pond, and when you dig a pond, whenever rainfall happen, some part of water will be stored in that retention area or that lowland area that you have artificially created to store water. And the stored water can be used in the non-monsoon season or when rainfall is very scarce to satisfy the need of water at that time. So in this way, what happens is we do not depend upon the nature for our water. We can store the water and use it when we need it most. So this is also known as bioswales, as these ponds, these smart landscapes, uh, can also become what I say, a very good area for the common flora and fauna of that area. So by that way, you can also maintain the biodiversity of that area. You can conserve the biodiversity of that area. So as you know that flora fauna are also important to control the GHGs in our atmosphere. So by developing or by constructing a pond in your watershed, you are also encouraging the biological species to develop their own ecology. And by this, the equilibrium of that area can be sustained. So how to develop biocells, how to manage biocells, how to manage the produces from a biocell, that can also be a very good research topic for the entry-level researchers. Now let us say yes, coastal erosion. As I have already said, rising sea due to high temperature, ice belts in the Arctic or Antarctic is melting, which is resulting in high level or rising sea levels. And rising sea level will also contribute to coastal erosion. It will erode the coast of the sea, which we must prevent by any manner, because more the coast is eroded, the land area of a country will also reduce. So whenever sea is eroding your coast, it is not only eroding the coast, but it is also eroding your land of your country. So very innovative ideas can be developed to prevent this coastal erosion, like tetrapod. Tetrapod is a very innovative idea where tetra structures are placed along the coastal belt such that the water comes in and release its erosive energy by circulating among the tetrapods, and when it releases its energy it again goes back to the sea. It's a very good concept, very innovative concept that can be used to reduce coastal erosions. This can also be a very good research topic. Now, self-filling water bottles. Yes, there you can use self-filling water bottles where the water bottles can be filled up from the water from extracted from the air, like Fontas system. 0.8 liters of water was extracted from air by their technology, and this air to water system can ensure that the air in the water in the air, water in the air means water in the atmosphere, can be converted into water for drinking, and by this way uh, uh, you can use this water automatically from the atmosphere for drinking purposes. So this can also be a very good idea because water is scarce and it is going towards a more disastrous, uh, what I say, disastrous zone where getting water will be very, very tough for the human being because population is increasing, natural resources are being extracted, water is used like anything without any control, without any regulation, and as a result, water is becoming from scarce to stretched out situations where getting at least the regular requirement of water will become tough. So we must develop high-end technologies, but economical technologies to convert water from air. By this way, you can at least sustain at the time of catastrophe. So, which are not science fiction now. Uh, in the earlier decade, it can be told that you are talking science fiction, you're talking fiction, but nowadays it is not at all a science fiction. You watch, you see the example of South Africa, You see the example of Tasmania, you see the example of Egypt. There are many areas that are steadily, slowly but steadily becoming water stressed, or water, uh, or what I said, without water areas. So we must develop such technologies where we can convert air into water and drink it. Not only convert, it must be converted and also it must be made drinkable. So this can be another very good idea for researchers. And another thing is water quality monitoring instruments. In the European Union, there are 6 sustainability development goals, and one of the SDGs were to maintain and monitor water quality properly. Because if your quality of water is not up to the mark, then you cannot use it for drinking or washing. And if you cannot drink water, then there is no use of that water. That is why if you are in the on the sea, there are lots of water, but you cannot use it. So this is the reason why one of the sustainability development goals, as fixed by the European Union, is to monitor water quality. So this one monitoring can be made by the latest technologies. It can be real time. It, it can be monitored through some AI based system. You can use machine learning. You can use various other advanced technologies such that not only monitoring but it can predict the future water quality. Nowadays there are various advanced sensors developed in this area to detect temperature, to detect soil moisture, to detect salinity in water. So there are various very advanced technologies available in the world nowadays, which can be used to develop smart, but smart and innovative uh, automatic water quality monitoring systems. That systems will not only monitor water, but will also predict the future water. For prediction, you can use AI or any advanced modeling technologies. And for monitoring, you use advanced sensors. And by this way, we can create a very advanced but very economical system so that we can continuously monitor water, and whenever it degrades, we can mitigate it by adopting instant measures. So this can be also a very interesting topic of research for the budding researchers today. So here there is some example like instrument development, digital electronic data transfer processes, computerized databases, and Internet of Things. You can use Internet to monitor water. You can be in your office. Your sensors can be fixed in the river or in your water treatment plant, and you can monitor the quality of that water from the comfort of your office. And whenever something odd is happening, you can also detect that. Suppose a leak is happening, suppose some biocontamination is occurring, suppose some toxicity is increasing in the water, you can detect it from your office, from the comfort of your office. And also, if you can develop some system by SCADA, supervisory control and data assimilation, such SCADA systems can be used to also to not only to monitor but to also mitigate the hazards. So, and also you can do some real-time risk analysis. Early warning system can be developed by predicting the future water quality, and many such advanced ideas can be developed such that whatever water we will have, we can at least monitor it, we cannot at least maintain it for the consumers to drink. So these are the 7 topics of research that can be extremely popular in the future decade uh, to for those people who are interested to make the world sustainable. So if you want to make the world sustainable, think about these 7 topics. Think about developing self-filling water bottles. Think about uh, uh, developing bottles with sustainable materials, with organic materials, with natural materials. Think about developing wetlands in your area such that you can create a sustainable, standalone, independent ecology, which will be of immense use in the near future when the world will observe frequent extremities from the climate. You can also develop advanced system for converting air into water. You can develop what I have said. You can develop some mechanism to prevent coastal erosions like tetrapods. So these 7 topics here are not discussed uh, for just discussing. These are for you, for the very budding researchers who can develop this topic into something which will save our earth from becoming extinct in the near future. We must pitch for sustainability. The time has come to pitch for sustainability, go for sustainability, work for sustainability, and then only our mother Gaia will or can be saved. Thank you and hope to see you again.